Broadcasting live from a coffee shop, drowning in pumpkin spice lattes and avocado toast. Fellas, today we're serving up some hot takes, the 5 most overrated things in life, plus one criminally underrated gem that people are probably overlooking. From IPAs to the Star Wars movie franchise to crew cons, we're breaking down what deserves to be retired and what we desperately need more of, and why it pays to rethink our everyday preferences. So sip your latte, clutch your avocado toast. This is the All In Podcast. Bada bing, bada boom. Bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so this week, we're all in recognizing that we've drank too much of the cultural Kool-Aid and come to terms with the fact that we've done that. But before we get to our list of things that we think are overrated, let's define our terms a little bit. What makes something overrated?
If Clayton likes it.
Overrated?
Overrated.
It's overused. It's become a cliche. You're expected to like it, I would say.
Kind of like a bit. When something becomes a bit, that's when you know it's overrated.
Yes.
Or something that people think is good, but you actually think it's awful.
That's the definition.
That's overrated,
It's a
right?
great definition.
All right. We don't have to break. It's not the most deep meaning. So let's just get to our list. We'll do rapid fire. 5 things we're done with. 5 things where we think are overrated. So I'll start myself. We go to our left, right? A little clockwise action for all of our clock fans at home. All right. So I'll go first. I am done with AI. Well, in particular, phone answering machines. When you call a business and you have to wait 50 minutes and press 19 buttons to try to get to talk to someone when it's just a quick question.
Great point.
Joe Michael.
I'm done with Topgolf. That's horrible. No more birthday parties at Topgolf. We're going to pretend that it's safe to let a 12-year-old hit a golf ball off a 4th-story building and call that an acceptable birthday.
With a little net right there, just in case.
Tiny little net, just in case. Oh, little Timmy just slipped off.
There's a net. Clayton.
Car air conditioning, never have it, never will. It's what windows are for.
All right, my second thing is Kobe Bryant being anywhere close to the GOAT conversation. There's no, I don't need to defend that.
You're telling me that the number 1 fan of the All In Podcast, Kobe, is on your overrated list?
Overrated as a top basketball player. Now, as a top 10 basketball player. He's
Kobe.
a top basketball player, but not a top 10 basketball player.
Overrated, I'm taking reply all emails in the second round. There should be not a world in which anyone can communicate with over 30 people with the simple click of a button. If you need to reply all, you don't need to reply to anybody.
In rebuttal to Jose, I'm taking Tim Duncan as a top 10 player in NBA history. He is 100% a system player. You put him on any other team, he has 3 Sixth Man of the Year's awards at best.
That's true. Yeah. All those MVPs, defensive MVPs, all NBAs.
System player. System player.
All right. Number 3, I'm taking daily masses that are longer than 30 minutes.
Overrated.
I am done with that. I just want 30 minutes, max.
In and out. Third round, I'm taking custom license plates. I don't need to know how many kids you have by your license plate. I don't need to know that you DRV faster than everybody else on your license plate. And I definitely don't need to know what college you graduated from through your custom license plate.
Number 3, the Mediterranean diet. Don't really even know what it is, but I'm throwing the Mediterranean diet in with all other fad diets.
Oh,
I'm done.
Looking at you, seed oil evangelists. Number 4, I'm taking making politics your identity and not being able to have a conversation with other people without getting worked up.
Oof. Yeah. Mine is those people who do that, and it's even worse when they're holding a non-alcoholic beer in front of them. Like, why would you even drink it?
Non-alcoholic beer.
Why would you drink a non-alcoholic beer? It's a beer. It doesn't even taste like beer. And you're just trying to virtue signal to everyone who's drinking beers that you're kind of morally superior to them. Oh, what's that, 7%? Yeah, 0.
Number 4, I'm taking Pat McAfee taking his shirt off. Once is funny. Twice is kind of funny.
Tradition.
Twice is tradition. By the third time, it's like, all right, dude, we've seen enough already. So much so that he had to elevate it and strip down to a Speedo in one of the last weekends of college football.
This is how our culture is going downhill. Is we used to do Lee Corso's headgear pick, and now Pat McAfee just takes his shirt off.
His shirt off. I'm done with it.
That's great. I forgot about that. That was a while ago by now.
Yeah.
Back in oh gosh. Okay, so number 5, I'm gonna take having a full head of hair. Overrated. No, I'm kidding, Is it overrated? Yes. Will I have mine always? No. But an actual pick I like to submit, talking about college game day, I am done with, and I was done with, whenever, I think it was a couple of years ago, when Kirk Herbstreit's dog died, and every university made a tribute video. I do not care for that, and I am done with that. So, Michael.
I am done with white men bragging about their Blackstone. We all know that you can make breakfast for 20 people on it. We all know that you can do smash burgers, but there is no reason why you need to take it upon yourself to tell every person in your life that you own a Blackstone.
Last but not least, I'm going with all natural mayonnaise. No one eats mayonnaise for the health benefits, and trying to make it all natural just makes it worse. So please stop. Just let me eat my mayonnaise in peace.
I don't disagree with you. I know there's such a heated
No one
topic
knows
in the
what's
Mayo
in it, and
community.
it's best that way.
Is it something like the Mayo community is like all in on this?
I'm just saying this. It's all the rage in stores right now is like all natural versions of, different sauces.
I'm not eating it because
Give
it's
me
healthy.
Hellman's mayonnaise straight out of the jar. I'm not going to ask questions. And don't try to shame me.
Oh my gosh. Great. So that is your comprehensive list of the things that we are done with.
Yep.
But enough with things that are overrated, right? Let's talk underrated a little bit. What do you think is one thing that is currently underrated in our culture right now?
Generational wealth.
Ooh.
Generational wealth. You should want to marry a rich girl.
I can get behind that.
I think that people want to say, Jose, I could get behind that.
I mean, hey, listen, am I marrying a girl just for generational wealth? No.
Right.
It would be nice if it's there, though. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not going to be mad. Oh, no, I have to go to my in-laws country club. Oh,
how horrible. Oh
no, I have to fly in their private jet. Gosh.
Oh, no, I don't have to save for retirement.
Now, again, that shouldn't be the reason. It's nice.
It's a good first date question. Yeah. But I just think that to marry into a family where you're able to pass down wealth from generation to generation is an amazing thing.
Okay.
No one wants to talk about this, but when you get married, things cost money. When you buy a house, that costs a lot of money. When you try to send your kids to private school, that costs a lot of money. And to have generational wealth passed down to where you have a little goose egg, that would be very helpful. Very helpful. I'm taking generational wealth as underrated.
We encourage all of our listeners to marry as rich as you can.
Okay, so clearly that's not necessarily something that's underrated, right? But what are some actual things? I want to start out with... Go ahead.
The fact that he's not in your top 10 list, or for the record, we were just looking at top 10 NBA players of all time lists. Kobe was not in there, which is an absolute disgrace. I'm Duncan at like number 2.
I'll make my case here of Kobe Bryant had a great cultural impact. Kobe Bryant has something about him that is attractive, right? The magnetism of like the Mamba mentality. Clearly an extremely talented player. But he never carried a team to a championship. Now you can make an argument that when he was a Pau Gasol, he was the one that was carrying the team. Sure. But there are other players that people forget about. Bill Russell, most championships of any player ever. You can't not have that in your top 10. Why would you have Kobe Bryant over Bill Russell, right? Larry Bird. I don't think anyone would say Kobe's better than Larry Bird, but you forget about him because it happened a while ago. And I think that's where I'm like, I think Kobe Bryant can be overrated.
Would you at least say he's the greatest Italian-American NBA player of all time?
Absolutely. Listen,
over Ricky Rubio.
Is he Italian?
I'm pretty sure he was
Kobe?
born in Italy. I think his dad was in the military.
I don't know if he was born, but he lived in Italy
grew
for a
up.
while. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Mm. He was a fascinating man.
Wow.
So I would agree with you. Kobe Bryant's non-basketball persona underrated.
Underrated.
Criminally
His
underrated.
cultural identity underrated.
His movies. His
Underrated.
one movie underrated.
Underrated. I'm gonna take dress shoes that fit like tennis shoes as underrated.
I can get behind that.
So the kind of the Cole Haan mesh style
yeah.
dress shoe that's come out, it's been big.
Those are awesome.
For the young business professional community. I would also add dress shoes with the white bottom on the bottom. Just
Those are great.
The sneakers.
no, it's like it's a brown leather dress shoe.
It's a dress. It's not like a brown leather tennis shoe. It's a dress.
It's a dress shoe. You know, Cole Haan does them. Amazon does them. Johnston and Murphy does them. Costco does them.
These are all the brands that
Those are all top brands,
your wife's family is all in on with their generational life.
So I'm taking dress shoes that fit like tennis shoes as underrated.
I'm taking comedy shows. Have you guys ever been to a comedy show? And not just, although I think both, but not just like a big
been to a comedy show?
Oh yeah.
How many?
I mean, in the last 5-6 years, probably been to 10.
Really?
They're so fun.
Who do you go see?
So there's two different types, right? There's like the big, which I don't know that you would call it a comedy show, but when like comic is touring, right? Those are really fun. My favorite is Nate Bargatze.
Right.
I've gotten to see him 5 times over the last like 8 years. But also just going to like a comedy club. Have you guys ever been to a comedy club?
Never.
It
Not
is
allowed.
so fun. Now, it's definitely, it can be risky because you can get there and it can be people that are trying to make it that are not good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you find it, but even that has its own, like, if you go with people, it can be fun to be like, why are these
cringe.
people up there? Yeah, it's kind of fun to, you don't want to make fun of the person, at least when they can see you, you know? But when there was this one place in Austin that is like a well-known comedy club where some bigger names will come every so often. And so the openers have to be better and they're kind of vetted. And it's so fun. I went with a group of people this past year in Austin, and we just had a blast. It was 3 random dudes that I've never heard of in my life. And because it's a smaller crowd, they're interacting with the crowd. It's just a lot of fun, and I think people forget that comedy clubs are a blast. So I would say they're underrated.
Is it like there's a bar, there's food?
Yeah.
It's kind of like like a show.
You ever been to the
concert.
Alamo Draft House?
Yeah. Love it.
Similar, but instead of a movie, it's comics.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Do the seats recline?
You're just like,
You can recline, but it's analog.
It's analog.
Yeah.
is it appropriate?
Depends where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like Nate Bargatze has. It's kind of his
family-friendly,
thing,
right?
but it's not necessarily. He doesn't talk about it. Where he's family friendly. He doesn't say curse words. He's not like, you know, those comics that will like half their jokes are, oh, I hate my wife. It's like that's not fun, right? Nate is very like, he tries to actually think through jokes.
I think that the thing I like about him is his humor is self-deprecating, but not too self-deprecating. Like his whole, typically when people talk about their marriage, it's like they're putting their spouse on the deprecating side. When he talks about it, it's like he's putting it on him.
Yeah, he's great because he has this talent of he can make fun of something or someone without putting them down. But yeah, comedy, it's hit or miss for sure on like the quality of the comic. But overall, it's a great experience that I think everyone should experience.
What about, do you think everyone should experience doing stand-up themselves? Have you ever considered doing stand-up? I feel like you'd be good at it.
Of us 3, you would be the
You
best
would
stand-up
crush
comedian.
it.
Out of the three of us, I think my agreement would be the best. But I don't think I would actually crush it. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
To like actually write like a set.
It's really vulnerable. It's like probably more vulnerable than just public speaking.
Well,
right?
there's the public speaking plus the joke.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to be comfortable in front of people, and you have to be comfortable enough to deliver. And the thing about joke telling is it's more than just the words. It's all about delivery.
For sure.
It's facial expressions. It's pauses.
Yeah.
It's, Shane Gillis does this really well where he's kind of self-deprecating in the middle of his sets. So he's like, all right, I'm going to try this one. It's probably not going to land. And then, so there's a delivery piece too.
Right. And it's all extremely well thought out. And because people will be like, oh, it's just storytelling.
No.
And it's like, no, there's you have to be able to take like normal everyday stories and extrapolate it into like a joke.
Yeah.
And then connect that into a whole set that helps the set flow. So I'm like, would I be good at it? I don't think I would.
I think the most difficult part when you're speaking in front of people, there's no immediate feedback. People are listening to what you're saying, and then it's like, could have gone well, could have gone poorly. There's also, you're not expecting people to, I don't know, laugh at certain things, but it's like when you're doing stand-up comedy, you've lined it up to where I'm like, I'm expecting people to just bust out laughing, and if they don't, you're like, what do you do the rest of the show after that?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
It'd be scary.
All right, Jose.
Well, before we move on, Clayton, what do you think is underrated?
Underrated. LinkedIn as a form of social media. I'll clarify. I think something that's underrated is professional posturing, is what I call it on LinkedIn. Everyone
That's
should
underrated?
It's underrated. It should be happening more.
I'd love to know, how's your LinkedIn Shorts algorithm? You get good stuff on there?
Tons of finance bros. Tons of,
Remember when we had Joe Moran on the podcast, and he was like actually delivering, he was calling it the neighborhood. He's like, yeah, I log on to the neighborhood. I talk to my neighbors. Yeah. This underrated moment of the All In podcast was Joe Moran talking about LinkedIn. Underrated moment.
Hey, this is Clayton from the All In podcast. What if I told you that God was moving in places that you've never even imagined? That's exactly what you'll see in the new series Where Love Leads, a 5-episode miniseries brought to you by Focus. Travel with us across the world to see people whose lives have been transformed by Christ and see the power of mission come alive. Tap the link or scan the QR code to watch Where Love Leads now in the Seek Replay app.
I'd love to ask the question of, just because if something's overrated, does that mean it's actually bad?
If something is, say it again,
Overrated.
does that mean it's bad?
Yeah.
No.
Awesome. This is the All In podcast.
We opened up the podcast talking about making fun of avocado toast a little bit, which clearly, became a cultural phenomenon, which it took until the 21st century to figure this out. That if you
Can I say something about that? Do you remember anyone eating avocados 10 years ago?
eating avocados in general,
Yes.
Yeah.
guacamole,
Yeah. A lot of people.
All right, back to you, Clayton. Back to you.
you never had a holy guacamole growing up?
It was against my religion.
Yes, I do. I do remember people eating avocados growing up, but it became a cultural phenomenon to put avocados on your toast and start selling it for $16 at the local restaurant.
And people buy it.
Now the price, overpriced, but I love avocado toast. Doesn't mean it's bad.
Delicious.
That other people love it just as much as I do.
Well, that made me think of a question related to avocado toast. I feel like it was the first thing that it got so popular that people started pricing up a lot. And then everything else, I feel like everyone looked at that and was like, oh, people are still paying like 200% markup on avocado toast. Let's do that ourselves. So I'd like to put a take out there. I think avocado toast is responsible for inflation. The reason why your house costs that much money, John Michael, is because of avocado toast.
Interest rates
Avocado toast.
Avocado toast.
People saw what big avocado toast could get away with, and they wanted to follow. They followed suit.
National debt over 2 billion trillion. Avocado toast.
That and people not realizing that marrying into generational wealth is a good thing.
That's fair. It's the people that marry into generational wealth that really love avocado toast.
That is so true.
You know,
Yeah, because they can get a second toast.
they go to
They can afford a second one.
Dude, you're on fire. This episode, you are.
Well, yeah, I'm trying a little stand-up routine.
You are killing it, bro.
I love avocado toast, right? Give me a piece of bread, warm it up, make it a little crunchy, spread some avocado, add some seasoning. So good. I don't think it should cost more than $2.50, you know?
Yeah.
Unless it's sourdough. I'll make an exception for sourdough bread. Let's make it $3.
$4.50. Yeah.
I think ultimately the question that you're asking is that when we say that things are overrated, it's because they've become a cultural phenomenon, you know? And I think that people are probably too quick to jump into things sometimes, you know? It's like I don't even like avocado toast, but there's something about the aesthetic of posting it on my Instagram with some little pickled onions on there. You don't like pickled onions?
No.
Yes, you love pickled. I know
Do you
for
also-
a fact you love.
No, I like pickled
Do you
onions,
put
just not
cranberry sauce on your avocado
toast.
toast?
I don't like
cottage
avocado
cheese.
toast.
Cottage cheese.
Ooh.
On your avocado
Yeah,
toast?
I'll take some. Yeah,
That's what we do.
it's nice.
It's all the rage.
And then everything but bagel
cottage
seasoning?
cheese. Yes. So you go toast, cottage cheese.
No, you go avocado first.
You do the cottage
Or do you
cheese
do
before
slices?
the avocado?
You do slices.
See, because I do avocado and then with a fork kind of smash it up, so it's like a little spread, and then put the cottage cheese in.
Okay, yeah. So I do that. So cottage cheese sliced.
Do you also
that's the whole
do
thing.
milk before cereal?
Cereal first.
Oh, you're talking
Cereal
about putting
first.
I'm talking about the fact that you make your avocado toast like a crazy person.
Okay, no. Well, let me just finish the avocado toast. You cottage cheese, sliced avocado toast, or sliced avocados, and then you put the fried egg on top of it. Cholula, everything bagel seasoning.
Where
Like 90 grams of protein.
on this sandwich?
There's not 90 grams of protein.
Okay,
There's
two
like
things.
5.
Is there at this point? Do you just make it a sandwich and add another bread? Second
that's
question
part of the
is,
experience.
where in this do you put your fat-free mayo?
I told you I'm out on all natural mayonnaise.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
done with it.
Where do you put your all? What's the opposite of natural?
Hellmann's mayonnaise?
all robotic mayo. Your digital mayo. Where does it go?
My digital.
Do you put it on your avocado toast?
Here's something that's underrated and should be brought back: bowls with straws attached to them. Speaking of cereal, you guys remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
Those were
phenomenal.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, but in the same vein, you know what was overrated? The straws that had like little pebbles inside that you could put into a normal glass of milk, drink it, and it's supposed to come out as chocolate milk. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah,
But they
it's
never
like
worked that
the
well.
Chocolate on the
You
inside.
had like the little pebbles of chocolate. Okay,
Genius idea.
honestly,
Underrated.
what is?
Communion rails.
I mean, yeah, no argument there.
To just move on.
It just adds. It's awesome. I love communion rails. More churches should have it. But okay, you know what's overrated that I can't stand, and I think it's actually bad and evil. Is the tipping culture.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Horrible.
It's awful.
I went and got new tires at Discount Tire. The tip screen came on.
My favorite
What?
is when it's like someone, like if it's like, so this happened to me. I went one time. I remember going to the movies and you order through a QR code and they'll bring the popcorn out. That's fine for sure. So fun. And then you get like a message like, how much would you like to tip? And it's like, come on, like for what?
Well, here's the thing.
Now-
Is that go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say when it's stuff like that, I don't mind just putting 0. I'm not tipping that.
But when it's
what
in front of the person.
Well, when I think it's so funny, it's like I'll go to a coffee shop.
Yes.
Now, if I get a deluxe coffee, sure. But when I say, hey, can I get some black drip coffee? And then they're like, sure, thing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, I'm gonna flip the screen. It's gonna ask you a couple questions.
And it's only one question.
And it's 15%, 18%, 20%, and you're like, I'm like, I'm not.
They know when you're doing other because it takes multiple.
Well,
clicks, you know?
well, sometimes I'm like, where's the other?
Here's the thing. I think as much as we're embarrassed about it, the people on the other side of the screen are just as embarrassed because sometimes they're like, it's going to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, and then they just
They're like, whatever you want to do is fine.
I appreciate that. The people that are just like looking.
Sharks.
So what are you
just
gonna do?
eye contact.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna ask you a quick question, and then just like they're like looking at the screen with you. They're like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, which one do you want
So
to
out
click
of these
here?
buttons, which one do you think? I'm liking the 21. What do you think? It's like, oh my gosh.
It reminds me, there was a little girl selling Girl Scout cookies outside of the grocery store.
Overrated.
Girl Scouts or Girl Scout cookies?
Girls selling Girl Scout cookies. Let me just order them on Amazon.
Let me just...
Cut out the middleman.
Let me.
That 7-year-old's taking a cut anyway. We all know it.
She's upselling my toast and my trefoils.
Like, hey.
Well, it's funny is we had a young girl around the office here that was selling Girl Scout cookies.
Yep.
And she came in and asked one of our colleagues, do you want to buy Girl Scout cookies? And they were like, oh, no, not right now. She goes, you broke?
She was like 8.
See, that behavior.
Underrated.
Yeah.
8-year-olds being
She could
savage.
sell.
Underrated.
That's what it's not. Okay, finish your story. Girl Scout cookies.
I can't remember where I was going with it. Overrated story.
Right.
I don't think I've ever laughed this much in an episode.
This is great.
I'm crying.
This episode's underrated. Okay. So going back to what we were talking about, right? Just because something's overrated, just because we, as what should be the definitive voice of what's overrated and underrated, we're out and something doesn't mean that it's bad. But I'd love to pose a question of when is it worth reevaluating what we're out on? We said a lot of silly things, right? But when it comes to more serious things, when is it worth reevaluating what we're out on? And I'll give you an example of, for a while, I was kind of out on, what's the word?
Generational wealth.
I've never been in the club of generational wealth. I've always been outside looking in. I'd love to be in. But when you're out on something that is maybe just like uncomfortable, and the whole reason why you don't like it is because it makes you a little uncomfortable, or because it's hard and it stretches you. I'm blanking on an example, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking about, do you guys know, like, in kind of, for people who are in the Catholic space, in the Catholic world, there'll be times where everyone's reading a certain book, for example. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember it was like 2 Lents ago, and everyone was really into the He Leadeth Me by Walter Chiswick. And it was on Hallow. And I'm just kind of prideful. So everyone's talking, oh my gosh, this book's so great, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's probably stinks. You know? So there's like a certain pride where you're like, I'm not going to do the thing that everyone's doing because everyone's doing it. Therefore, it's overrated. When in reality, it's just my pride that's telling me don't do something that everybody else is doing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And to that point, I remember in college, there was, I don't know if it had just come out, but the book, Return of the Prodigal Son. Do you guys remember that? It's about a priest that just sits in front of the painting and like reflects on it. And great book. But I remember when it came out, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you have to read this book. You have to pray with this book.
Get sleep with it on your pillow.
Oh, if you're praying with that? Like,
I don't want to
sure.
touch that with a 10-foot
it's probably
pole.
so good for you.
Right.
But, I've been Catholic for a year now. Like, that was month 2 material,
No, I think that's
So it's like,
that's spot on.
When do we reevaluate of like, am I being the problem here?
I think when life circumstances change, that's when you reevaluate. So just to land the plane on an example, my wife and I, before we had kids and when our kids were younger, we're all in on homeschooling. Had never homeschooled before. Kids weren't old enough, but you better believe that we were 100% going to homeschool. But then life situations change. We move. I'm, commuting to the office. I'm traveling, have some special needs. 3rd kid comes into the world, 4th kid coming. And so what was like this absolutely firm take that we will forever homeschool. That is the best way to school your children. That is the only way to school your children. That all of a sudden circumstances change, and it was like, well, I just don't know if that's possible anymore. And so made the decision to send our kids to, in-person school. And so I think identifying when your life circumstances change, that you should relook at your takes, your underrated, overrated commitments when it comes to serious things, to just sit back and say, okay, my circumstances have changed. Do my viewpoints on things also maybe need to change a little bit?
It's a really great point.
Yep.
Yeah. John Michael.
Clayton, do you have anything that you feel like over the course of the last 5-10 years that you've had to dramatically change your view on, kind of like John Michael's talking about with homeschooling?
Okay, this is another parenting thing, is that when you have young kids, there's a fear around the television, and not letting your kids watch any TV, which I think, if you're not letting your kids do that, that's totally great. Like that's
You're better men than us.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I admire you if you do that, and I think that's great. But I think there's sometimes just a sense of maybe shame, of like I should be doing something, and to go back to just like an idealistic. It's not like we let our kids watch TV all day, every day, but as our kids have gotten older, we had 3 boys, 3 and under, now we have, a 5, 3 and 1 year old, and our routine is letting our kids watch, 30 to 45 minutes of shows while my wife is cooking dinner before I come downstairs, and just giving them a little bit of time just to chill out for a minute so my wife can get some things done. So I think to your point, John Michael, I think that as we go through life, we have ideals, how we want our life to ideally be, and then we have the lived reality, and how do you kind of bridge that gap between your own expectations, versus what's actually possible in your current state in life. And so we tend to overvalue or overrate things, because we think like if we don't do this thing, there's gonna be some dire consequence.
Yeah, it's funny. I think just because we're dads, we think about, I'm gonna speak for y'all as well. I think we came into parenting with so many takes.
Yeah.
That then you start living and you're like, huh. I think for us, like my wife and I are a little further behind than you guys. We had our first, and I remember going into it. It wasn't something I was like super like passionate about. I remember thinking like, cloth diapers are awesome. Like it makes sense. Practically, you save a lot of money, right? And there's like toxic things and like other like non-cloth diapers and
seed oils
diapers that can affect the baby. I mean, like absolutely. And then we're getting ready to have our first, and I looked it up, and just like the buy-in price for cloth diapers, I'm like, huh, I don't know if I want to in one sitting spend $800 on.
They're $800.
What are you buying?
Will you satin?
Are they Lulu?
Silk, high thread count. Only the best for my son. No, I don't know, but it was like it was way too high for me to be like okay with just making that purchase price.
Well, to me, it's not just about the price.
And then the baby came out, and I saw the first couple of poops.
The meconium.
Those are the worst.
You're telling me I have to wash that?
Yeah. Where do you put it? Where do you wash
and
it?
then people are like, well, the first couple of poops are different, and eventually the baby starts pooping more normal. Which I'm like, sure it changes, but still, I'm like, you expect me to just be okay with being like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll hose this down and throw it in the wash. I will gladly pay a little extra for the convenience of not having to wash poopy diapers.
Our family, we're having our 4th child in the spring, and my second oldest is 4, but with his special needs, he's probably not going to be potty trained by then. So we're going to have not 1, not 2, but 3 kids in diapers at one time. And I told Emily that I was going to have to call Waste Management, which is our trash company, and ask for a second dumpster just for the three diapers, the 3 kids worth of diapers. We go through like 10 diapers a day.
Easily. That's crazy.
Wild.
Hey, so I'm totally open to revisiting my take on cloth diapers, once I have more kids.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not worth revisiting. Could I give one other thing to the how do you kind of reframe?
Yep.
I think you have to try something before you can officially know if you're right that it's underrated or overrated. Avocado toast, phenomenal, tastes delicious
With pickled onions.
great macros.
Without pickle in it.
But when you're sitting there and you're like, all right, that's overrated, and I have never tried it, and I have no experience with that thing, but I can guarantee you through reading a headline of an article like Jose does that this
As
thing
if
is
you don't do that.
absolutely true, then it's not a great take. So to be able to have some experience in that area, especially when it comes to when you look at other people and you see actions that they do and you make a judgment of, oh, that was bad, that was good. Now, there's objectively things you can judge and say that was bad, sin. But there's also the moral gray of, do you let your kids watch TV? Do you not? Do you homeschool? Do you send your kids to school? Do you use cloth diapers? Do you not? Do you breastfeed? Do you do formula? Like, there's all these kind of neutral gray things that are like not bad, not good, but a lot of people will make you feel like you are wrong if you do this thing. So if you give formula to your baby, you are a horrible mom. Like that's what a lot of media will try to shove down your throat. And I've seen women get very worked up about that and kind of this like shame effect of, oh my gosh, like I heard that's really bad to like use real diapers. And so there's kind of this moral gray area that you just have to think through and work through and maybe just try, see how it goes, and then be able to make a decision for yourself on underrated, overrated, or right in the middle.
Absolutely. That's a great thought, John Michael. So I think to close us out, we have a definitive ranking of things we think are overrated. I think there's a couple in there that we're more than happy and we are willing to revisit if someone makes a compelling case of why Kobe Bryant should be top 10 basketball player of all time, on why fat-free mayo should be the go-to for people, right? On why it's totally fine to have a full head of hair. So, guys, go ahead and comment your thoughts. Did we get our list of overrated things right? Tell us some of the things that you think are overrated, underrated. And fellas, to close out, you want to know what I think is the most underrated thing a listener can do?
Tell us.
Subscribe. So please go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends. This is the All In Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.